Hello everyone, Fresh Mika here with another rant. Sorry it's been a little while since the update, real life happens. Now, I originally did this rant on Nick Studio 10 about them getting their own 30-minute time slot. So what I'm going to do is this is the revamped version of that, plus another rant added in the end there. Now, I was extremely upset when Nick Studio 10 had their own 30-minute time slot behind Awesomeness TV. And which to me, Awesomeness TV is one of the laziest things Nickelodeon has ever done. They're proving, and it's not just Nickelodeon, but it's a lot of people proving that they're just going off of YouTube and just getting YouTubers and things off of there and just putting it on TV because they're running out of ideas. But this rant is more of, to me, in my honest opinion, Nick's hatred for their older demographic, ages 16 and older. Now, I've noticed that Nickelodeon, despite all the rants done by people, have chosen not to listen to a word from their older demographic. And I've heard younger demographics, people younger than 16, who hate Nick Studio 10 as much as the older ones do. But I guess Nick saw that majority of the people making rants on YouTube were older than 16. So they decided not to listen because in our eyes, not our eyes, but in their eyes, we're no longer marketable. They can't market to us unless we are a fangirl of Big Time Rush. So really there's no need to market to the older demographic. Like I said, unless you're a fangirl of Big Time Rush or you're a fan of their cartoons. But even they're not really going to market to us. By giving Nick Studio 10 its own 30-minute time slot, it shows that Nickelodeon has no respect for us. They no longer want to appeal to us, and that no matter how much we rant and rave, we don't make them any money in their eyes. Though I'm quick to buy something of SpongeBob, so I don't understand where they get that demographic from. But we're no longer their target audience, and that's where the rant comes in. A lot of companies do this. When you reach age 16, I would say, I'm going to start at 14. When you reach age 14, you are no longer as marketable as you were before you reach that age. Because in their eyes, and a lot of people do this, I don't know why, we're obsessed with musicians. We're obsessed with technology, which I will admit that one's true for me. We're obsessed with gaming. We're basically obsessed with everything but TV. So, seeing as how some of our generation is like that, or some of the older generations are like that, we're no longer the target audience because we're not going to go out and buy toys anymore. We're not going to go out and buy their related products anymore. And this is what they think. But like I stated earlier, I'm going to be someone quick to buy something SpongeBob related. In fact, when I get my tablet, I'm going to buy the app SpongeBob Moves In because I really want to play it. Though I've heard some good and bad things about it, I still want to play it anyway. Plus, it's going to be for the Android, so hopefully it'll be a different, well, if it is on there anyway. But for the most part, we're no longer the market demographic. So, no matter how many rants we made on Nick Studio 10, Nickelodeon took their show temporarily, but still kids around. Brought it back. That annoyed us and caused us to make more rants. Took it off again and gave them their own 3-minute time slot. Now, as I've stated that, and not just me, but a lot of people have stated we would rather have them have their own time slot anyway so they no longer interrupt SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents. But the problem with this is the fact that you gave them their own 30 minutes to basically be idiots. Everything we've complained about, you've basically given them more power. But then again, there's a huge con to this that works in the favor of the older demographic. They can get canceled, and Nick will get a clue. Because I don't know anyone my age that watches Awesomeness TV, and that's another thing that is not a con, I mean a pro. That's another thing that's a pro. Is that they both can get canceled at the same time because hardly nobody watches it like that. Awesomeness TV can go, And I feel sorry that Danella Monet is actually involved with that, because I actually thought she was pretty okay and victorious. But that show can go. All those kids on there can stick to doing what they do best, making money off of Google. And then Nick Studio 10 can get away because nobody liked the cast of Nick Studio 10. And if it gets to the point in where they include, because I've heard rumors that they're going to add about 5 or 6 more cast members, which is the worst thing you could ever do because you're not all that. That would be horrible. So hopefully both shows are canceled. Nickelodeon, this is my last advice to you. I understand I'm 20. I'm not be 20 in the next couple of months, but I'm considering myself 20 now. I'm a 20-year-old female who still watches SpongeBob, who still watches Fairly Odd Parents, and check out your other Nicktoons from time to time. But just because I'm 20 does not mean that I'm still not going to watch your network. Yeah, I watch Nicktoons more, but still. Learn to still accept all your demographics, not just the young ones buy your crap, because kids my age will still buy your crap. Okay, everyone. That's just it for this one. Nick hates their older demographic, apparently. They still kept Nick Studio 10, although with it having its own time slot, it can die quicker. But that's just all in all, that's it. Alrighty, everyone. Fresh Meek is out. And Nickelodeon, we still exist, you know. Alright, guys, I'm out.